is 4 p.m. and it's time for Sports Orbit. My name is Afa Cho. Salifu Usman is also in the studio with me. Salifu, welcome to today's edition of the program.
Thank you for the opportunity to
All right, we'll begin straight from the 2025 AFCON, of which a CAF inspection team will visit Nigeria, the Republic, to ascertain the state of facilities ahead of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria and the Republic have put up a joint bid to co-host Africa's flagship soccer event, and the CAF team is expected to inspect stadium, training facilities, hotels, and other important facilities that will ensure smooth running of the competition. Morocco, Algeria, and Zambia are the countries who have submitted bid to host the event. Guinea were originally scheduled to host the competition but were stripped of the right due to inadequacy and speed of progress in preparation. It will be recalled that Nigeria co-hosted the AFCON in 2000 with Ghana. So CAF begin their inspection actually March 31st to April 2nd for Nigeria, the Republic, and other countries who are bidding to host the competition. But like we said severally on this program, do you really think Nigeria has those kind of facilities, like you said? Because as it is right now, I think we just have one or two stadia who, as of now, we can say are almost ready to host, competitions of this kind of magnitude.
Yeah, what? Between now and February 2015, that's
2025, rather.
2025, that's counting 1.5 years from now, or 2.4 years from now. But me, let's be frank about the whole thing. Not we are not deceiving ourselves. I don't think Nigeria has a chance to be giving this process right. I'm not giving that the Nigerian chance or you respect. But we're looking at the scenarios and how CAP operate and how the education policy of the African community is normally done, it will be pretty difficult for Nigeria to be to get the hosting right next in this African Cup of Nations. Most important, the last African Cup of Nations was held in Cameroon. Cameroon is under the Central Africa, but Cameroon is in neighbor to Nigeria. And the next Africa Cup of Nations is going to be hosted in Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire is a West African country. So it will be pretty difficult to have a 50 Africa Cup of Nations in West Africa and have another the next edition, the next edition of it in West Africa. So let's not talking about the facility wise.
Don't forget that Morocco and Algeria are also bidding.
Those who are putting on the Nigeria bid, maybe I don't know what gives them the guarantee, what they feel that they have a chance. But I just like say facilities are another problem.
Yeah.
And if you look at it at the moment, the only facility I can obviously say that is already for the African Cup, but other one can be such all the need at least we require maximum of 6 stadium or maximum of 4 stadium as we have been going to propose with the Republic. But if you are even focusing on you are going to play the major role because in the Republic stadium, the Republic will have
Exactly.
they already have the stadium in Tinubu and probably another one
Capital.
in the commercial
Yeah.
city, which Cotonou, the capital is Cotonou,
Yeah.
and the commercial city which is Cotonou. So, and but Nigeria will have the Abuja National Stadium. One can say to some extent is ready to do the competition, and
Probably
probably
the
because
best of champions.
because we are Akpabio Stadium is also ready, and then the Mr. Maka Stadium in Port Harcourt could also play a major role. And the Lagos, the Sulu National Stadium is being remodeled, is being rehabilitated, and I think the work is almost to some extent 60% almost complete. So these are some of the things they can consider if really they want to keep on. But what I feel, not even to person that concern against Nigeria, is the idea that is the rotation policy of the CAF of the Africa of the CAF. But the last edition is Cameroon, and the next one will be in Cote d'Ivoire. And these are all within Nigeria, within the West Africa. Cameroon is in Central Africa, but in Nigeria neighbor.
Yeah.
And why Cote d'Ivoire is in West Africa country, and to hold another next in West Africa country, I think it should be obviously difficult. I want it to Nigeria.
Well. Now to the FIFA Under 20 World Cup. Of course, come March the 31st, the draws will take place actually in Indonesia, and the way it's looking, Nigeria, who are considered in pot three, could potentially face off against European powerhouses Italy, USA, or France, uh, most likely in the competition. And of course, the other group also who Nigeria may also face up with will be the likes of Indonesia, who might the host Indonesia, who might also. But looking at these opponents who we may likely face if it goes according to this prediction, like we usually say, it doesn't matter who you face up with the group, but whether I like it or not, every country always in quotes always expect to have at least what you might call a favorable draw. But looking at the likes of Italy, USA, France, and on their pedigree, especially at this stage of the tournament. If this was under 17, of course, you could say, okay, maybe a bit of, but when it comes to under 20, Nigeria hasn't really been fantastic, so to speak. So sometimes you might be hoping that, okay, at least your country, irrespective of whatever it is, should have at least what we call a favorable draw. So at least to have an opportunity of making it to the next round.
Yeah, favorable draw or
Mm,
no favorable draw.
mm,
If you they say if you are going for a war, you should be prepared for a war and ready to compete to face any opponent that came on your way. And just like if you recall the Switzerland-based coach who was talking about the pushing
right. So
the
technical
press
ability
or tactical
of
ability of
also.
Maraboso. And you almost emphasize that the next Africa Cup, the next edition, the next tournament, which is the World Cup, the opponent will be tougher.
Yeah, very
So
well.
whether we like it or not, at the World Cup, the opposition we're not Nigeria. There's no Nigeria is not going to be dragged against any Africa country
Yeah.
at the World Cup. And whatever any opposition we're going to face, either from South America,
Mm.
from Central America, or from Europe, I know definitely been a tough position compared to what we have witnessed at the AFCON. So me, I'm not always a fan of some people who always support that. Okay, let's have a favorable draw. Either I have a favorable draw, the tournament doesn't end in a group stage.
At all.
So you only pray that okay, if you have the best you can get is to get to the next round. If you progress to the next round, so you definitely go and meet the tougher opponent. So if you are trying to avoid the tougher opponent from the first group or from the first, so that means you are not ready to win the competition. So if you are ready to win the competition, you should be ready to face any opponent that comes your way. But however, looking at the potential likely opponent, talking about France, Italy, and those teams, yes, they are super house in football. But all I know, they are not unbeatable. So you can,
Very well.
if all you do, if you do your homework, do your preparation ground, all of them are also scared of you. So definitely, all you need to do is to put your house in order and prepare well for the competition.
Yeah. Well, I hope Nigeria, like, of course, recall that during the week also the Minister of Sports has also actually charged the Flying Eagles to go all out and see if they can win the competition. So we really hope that all hands will be put on deck. Preparations will be top notch to see how far we can get in this competition. Now to some other news now where all is now set for the maiden edition of the Bayelsa State Sports Festival as 1,114 athletes across 8 local government areas as yet set to slug it out in 14 sports. The opening ceremony is slated for March 27, while the competition will run from March 30th through April 1st. As Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Dr. Daniel Gali, disclosed in the capital. He said the decision to hold the sports festival was born out of the success story of the global attention recorded by the state government in sports in the last 2 years. He noted that the state exploits in different sports were as a result of the foresight of the governor. He listed 14 sports that athletes will participate in to include the likes of athletics, boxing, canoeing, judo, football, chess, karate, table tennis, drought, swimming, taekwondo, scrabble, para swimming, wrestling, and weight lifting. For me, really, I think this is a good innovation. And if you ask me, sometimes like they say, when you put uh, brown pegs in brown holes, this is the result you get. I mean, nobody can dispute the prowess of Daniel Igali, especially in his tenure as commissioner of sports in Bielsa, and even as in what he has done in the wrestling federation. And you expect that all states across the country will replicate this kind of thing because it shouldn't be a situation where athletes are just there and every year we are waiting for the National Sports Festival. I think this is a good way of engaging your athletes.
Yeah, I think I would say congratulations
Mm,
to Bayelsa State government. Bayelsa are beginning to show showing a direction on
yeah,
how sports should be and how to develop sports should be. We always talk about deltas. But it's like the Bayelsa is becoming
Gradually, yeah.
an emerging champion when it comes to sport in Nigeria. Goes to just like you say when you have the rampant in the right person in the right position. Then they got a former athlete, a former Olympic medal. Know what is team and what is required of an athlete to excel. And since particularly the previous government, the government of the Serati DC, was also committed to sport development, but not as well. But what we are, maybe his investment is what we are beginning to reap now.
Yeah.
But it's good that the current government doing Duro has to follow all that step and even take it a step further. And organizing the state sports festival to me is the best way to
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
It's not about waiting for until when the national competition is coming or when any international competition is coming. You just go and begin to scrap to get athlete from here. But when you have your own pool athlete, you organize your competition, you begin to know where the athlete and who and you put opportunity for more participation and for discovery of the new athletes. So kudos to the Bayelsa state government and all other state government to also emulate this. This sometimes when we begin to talk about sport, is look at whether you are trying to run down a certain state or you are against a certain state. But what, for instance, in the northern states here, this is some of the things we need to do more. But I can beat my chest and I can even say that to some extent, Kano state government, even sometimes you are over in Kaduna state, sometimes when you hear about sporting convention that some other states even hardly heard anything about organizing interstate or sport league competition throughout their tenure of the competition. And they have somebody called Commissioner of Sport.
Exactly.
A Commissioner of Sport who are you just there by name to answer name? I can mention. Since the last I can't remember the last time to this state, for instance, hold the state like organize any sporting competition or between the state athletes. The same thing go to several northern states.
Under what the Commissioner of Sports, what they actually do.
The only state you can hear of within the north region, probably Kano, and then Kaduna to some extent, and then Okwadwa to some extent. I'm not giving them that they are doing well, but at least to some extent you can help them organize one competition or the other one time or the other. But other states within the north hardly do anything, and that is what happens. Full of young men and young people, and the sport is an opportunity to take them off.
Yeah.
Even the imagine we are having them moving from one state, moving around. If sport is the best opportunity to give them to become independent, self-independent. So I commend the Bayelsa state government, and I think other state governments should look at what is happening in the south and to follow up. Even in the south that we are even talking about, some states are in the south that are even silent about sport. Cross River are there. Even Cross River to some extent, they hardly do well in sport.
And these are the kind of states that you expect that, especially given that they have plenty, mass of water. These are the kind of states you expect that, should have been a hub for swimmers. Well, because you can't even remember the last time we went to any competition swimming where Nigeria did well. Exactly.
Obviously, no. Even at the last Olympic, the swimmer that represent Nigeria from Australia.
Exactly.
It's Nigerian, but it's based on Australia.
All right, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, Sport All continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that break. It's still sports. Albeit now to some table tennis news. Now where Nigeria's Arnold Quadri produced a masterclass performance to defeat world number 4 Tomokazu Harimoto of Japan in three straight sets to advance into the men's singles quarterfinals of the 2023 WTT Smash in Singapore. Aruna recorded a 3-0 win against his Japanese counterpart to progress into the last 8. Because he took the first set 11-7, then secured a 13-11 win in the second before wrapping things up in 11-7 return. Aruna will be back in action on Friday, that's tomorrow, where he will face either Brazil's Hugo Calderano or Taku Djordjic from Slovenia in the quarter-finals. Of course, the tournament, which kicked off on March 11, will end on March 9, will see winners in the singles go home with a whopping 100,000 US dollars. So for Arnold Quadri, like yesterday on this program, he had made it to the round of 16, and now he's in the moving on to the quarterfinal. And like we've said severally, Arnold Quadri, when it comes to these club competitions, always excelling, and we also hope that this kind of form you continue to try and replicate it also in national colors. But a good one for him for making it into the last 8.
Yeah, congratulations to Aruna Kotri for progressing to the last 8 of the Singapore Smash. It is a good one, and it has he finally get the pan of pleasure against the Japanese
exactly.
side. The previous 2 matches between the Japanese, he lost his previous 2 matches to the Japanese, but he's like
the world number 4 for that matter.
He practically settled down this time and then get the revenge. Well, the 3-0 is not a small feat.
Yeah.
We congratulate him. Or he played that whereby he likely to meet the Brazil and all the Slovenian side. The guys in the quarterfinal, we wish him that he could go to the next round. But congratulations to Aruna. Good performance.
Right, to some other news. Of course, yesterday we told you that FIFA were ready to give current president Infantino another term, and of course, just like we rightly said, he has been re-elected unopposed at the 73rd Congress in Kigali, actually in the early hours today, and he has promised record revenues in the next 4-year cycle of $11 billion as he called for more football to be played around the world. Infantino stood unopposed, making his re-election as head of football's governing body a formality, even if he is not universally popular among member associations for a range of reasons, including pushing for a failed plan to play the World Cup every 2 years. He said, "It's an incredible honor and privilege and a great responsibility. I promise to continue serving FIFA and football around the world." Of course, he said, "To those that love me, and I know that there are many, and those who hate me, I love you all." Of course, Infantino, you might call him the man who many love to hate for the way his rise to the apex of football governing body. Some like a bit of a controversial figure. Of course, the World Cup in Qatar was a lot of European countries and Western world team go down well with them. His plan to host the World Cup in every 2 years also didn't go down well with them. And for Infantino, somehow he has been able to, have a stronghold over FIFA, running it like a cabal or a personal property to the point where, he's now, the supremo. And the way he's going, I think even when he stands for election the next time, it will still be unopposed. And he too, he clearly knows that, look, some people don't actually like him, but Infantino really does not care.
Doesn't care. Yes. I see yesterday that
Yes.
the guy is like beginning a lot with himself and he has succeeded to nice FIFA.
I completely recognize it.
He know how to go about what he wants.
Exactly.
And that is why when you see him at the last Qatar World Cup, when he was attacked, he's an European guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's an Italian. And when he was attacking the European, he knows that if he can't get this, if you know that the support of the European can't hold him in
At all.
So, and for him to sell himself perfectly into the Asian and the Arab world and in Africa, he's trying to do a policy that those Africa will like him and the Arab will like him. When he was in Qatar accusing all insulting all the Asian continent, the Arab world, they were all praising him. Africa were all praising him. No, the guy he's been tactical.
Very well.
He has get hold of African continent,
Exactly.
the Asian continent, and once you get this, come on,
Even bringing the Congress to Africa.
even the Congress of Africa.
Exactly.
So it's part of the tactic. And the South Americans are also, so if you have the South American on the side, have the Asian on the side, have the African on the side, how many both the European command. So he know what is going, and he's not even backing on the European support. Once he get the support, that is why we hardly see any other person. But if you want to challenge it, not that people are not interested in the FIFA job. A whole lot of people are interested, but when they look at the people,
Exactly.
Look
And
at
one
it.
thing he has been able to do, I mean, in all of these federations, it looks like all the heads of this federation from UEFA to Africa are all his loyalists. From Seferin of UEFA are all his loyalists. So
Yes.
he has, so like you said, colonized FIFA completely. Everybody who looks like a challenger to him has been swept aside.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's why, if you record, I had they push Ahmad Ahmad.
Exactly.
They have CAF president Ahmad Ahmad aside.
Mm.
So he has succeeded in trying to improve whoever become CAF president,
Yes.
whoever become South American CONCACAF president, and even Asia president. Fatino has a hand in it, and he has succeeded. And just like me, unless they start to stop him, unless he decided to give up. And just like if you like what we discussed yesterday, that his first 3 years, you know why the FIFA had the first 3 years? His brother was re-elected.
Exactly.
After starting 1 year, and he has to resign because of the scandal. So he has to be, he was elected to finish that tenure. And in that first 3 years doesn't count for the 10th tenure allowed by status. So, and I hope that one day he will not call for amendment of status to allow him still more in life president. But whether you like, but to some extent you give him kudos to him. He has been able to do as a president and give him the right of belonging for everybody. And he has tried to reduce the overwhelming powers of the European. If you look at this, someone said you definitely give him a kudos. In terms of improvement, financial improvement, revenue, increment in revenue is also some of his high point of his tenure. And at the same time, in terms of administration, other him, the FIFA secretary is an African woman from Senegal.
Exactly.
From Senegal. So definitely if Africa look at all those things, Africa will definitely know this man. There's no anybody has given what he has given you to support him. So to some extent you commend Fatino what he has been able to do, trying to liberalize the FIFA organization and let everybody have a role to play. And so you commend him for what he has done so far compared to most of his predecessors. But you also look at the in as order we commend him, his selfish attitude, his strategy to help himself.
Very well.
Football is for everybody.
Exactly. All right. Some other news now. Of course, this story broke out yesterday where Zlatan Ibrahimovic has been called up to the Sweden squad at the age of 41 for the European Championship qualifiers a year after his last cap. Sweden will face Belgium and Azerbaijan later. This one, the AC Milan forward has been sidelined for much of the season because of a knee injury. He quit international football after Euro 2016 but returned in 2021 for their unsuccessful World Cup qualifying campaign. Swedish coach Jan Andersson said he doesn't see Ibrahimovic as a starter, but it will offer his side more substitution possibilities. So for Ibrahimovic, looks like there's no stopping him. Just when you think he's finished, somehow his name always pops up. And at 41, and that's why the other time when we talked about Messi, you won't be surprised if 2026 World Cup comes and you still see Messi around.
From the way it's going,
Exactly.
we may likely say, but we don't see Ronaldo, but we may likely see Messi in the next World Cup. But for that time, Ibrahimovic, well, the question that you don't see him
not as a starter, yes.
But when he came as a substitute, either you like it or not, anytime you see Ibrahimovic within your defense area, you'll be threatened, and that will keep you to be very conscious. And if he does score, he'll provide opportunity for other people to play. So, but the age is no longer needs. Even at the AC Milan, he said, he's no longer
frequent injuries, exactly.
And that is due to the age. When you are age, even you're recovering from injuries, you become limited. So, but well, the coach know why they are calling him. Whether it's obvious like the Sweden have refused to produce another Ibrahimovic. But we wish him well.
Yeah, very well. All right. Yesterday, some Champions League matches went down. We gave you that preview here briefly, and of course for Liverpool, some people had hoped that Liverpool could do, the impossible, but it was not to be as Madrid instead added one more goal to the 5 they put past them, ending that one 6-2 on aggregate. And for Napoli, it was 5-0 aggregate, 3-0 yesterday. Of course, Victor Osimhen scoring a brace in that one. Beautiful one for Napoli, making it into the quarterfinal, and for Madrid once again into the quarterfinal.
Yeah, congratulations to Madrid and Napoli. Victor Osimhen has gradually cemented himself
Exactly.
as a top-notch
Very well.
football for in the European competition. The guy has been fantastic this season. That scoring 2 goals yesterday, making his 23 goals all
Exactly.
season
Yeah.
in 8 matches. I think that is quite fantastic. And another statistics that was also revealed yesterday, why the likes of Messi in professional career has also at least 100 goal man. Why the likes of the people like of Messi, Ronaldo, think they want more matches to score 100 goals. Messi by statistics play less goal to reach a 100 goal mark. So congratulations to the Nigerian guy. We wish that he's maintain this form. And obviously, where he's going to play his next season is an issue that is being debated around anywhere now. Across the state, on repeated in social media, anywhere it's being discussed a lot about his foot shot. So, but we wish him that we hope that he'll be able to stay fit. And when he came here next week, we hope to see him next week when they take on Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau, not disrespecting to Guinea-Bissau.
Nigeria should
be able to get past the form of a life of Osimhen firing from all cylinders. So congratulations to Napoli, and then for Liverpool, that have automatically off their pedal from them. The only hope now they have now is to ensure that they finish top 4 and then to return to the Champions League next season. And even Pep Guardiola, you make it clear that it's not a massive task. Close, sorry. It's not a massive task, and it will be pretty difficult. But they have to give everything, because if they must remain in the Champions League, they need to finish among the top 4. But the only window to win the Champions League, now they're out of it. And but with their out of Champions League, out of everything, I think they have full concentration to focus on the top 4 and getting their target now.
Quickly before we leave, some Europa League matches will also go down tonight. Of course, second leg of the round of 16 to be Fenerbahce, Sevilla, Freiburg, Juventus, Betis, Manchester United, Feyenoord, Shakhtar, Union SG versus Union Berlin, Ferencváros, Leverkusen, Arsenal, Sporting, CP, and Real Sociedad versus AS Roma. So, of course, for the likes of United, except something extraordinary happened also at Betis. 4-1 first one was 4-1. Aggregates. Betis will have to at least be able to put at least four goals past them to even up the score. Then for Arsenal, there was a 2-2 draw, but playing at home, you expect Arsenal to at least come up with something against Sporting.
Well, you expect Arsenal to come out with so I think all the focus and the concentration will be at the Emirates Stadium.
Yeah.
But there's still much more to play for. Arsenal must be very careful against the Sport FC. But obviously, plenty 2-2 in the first leg. Arsenal take a lead, but Boruga came from behind, scored and provide to equalize and to make it 2-2. So Arsenal has to be very careful when they host this guy tonight. And obviously, it will be a tough one for Arteta and his boy. Arteta, his team, and Arsenal have been to hit a very tough middle of campaign. But if you look at the number of matches that is lined up for Arsenal now, because I hope Arsenal will not break down in the next 4 weeks. Well, there's tough game ahead of them.
Right, those matches come up much later tonight, and as always, we'll keep an eye on it tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll give you a complete review of those matches and news and updates of other sporting events as they happen around the world. With that, we call it a day on today's episode of the program. So, once again, thank you for being in the studio once again today.
Thank you.
All right, tomorrow is another day, 4 p.m. Sports Orbit will be back, and until then, my name is Alpha Cho. Stay safe out there, and bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.